All right, thanks, Matt, for meeting with me, and let's talk about this.
Well, thanks for having me here.
Yeah, let's talk about this Welcome Home program. Can you just give us a brief overview of what the program is?
Sure. It is a program from the Federal Home Loan Bank. They've had it out for years. It usually starts every March 1st, but this year it's the third because it's on the weekend.
Hmm.
And we're glad to announce that now they're giving $20,000
Wow.
out. It was always 5,000
Yeah.
before. First last year is the first year they were doing 20,000, and they're doing it again this year.
Yeah.
And you can use it for down payment, closing cost, basically to whatever you need to get into the house.
So someone could take this whole $20,000 and put that toward their down payment,
Correct.
or pay any of their closing costs.
Yep.
Wow.
And if you have a down payment and you want to and you qualify for it, you can get this extra money to add to your down payment.
Okay. So if you've already got 20,000 to put down, this now you'd have 40.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, that's great. So you said this is for qualified buyers, right? So tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about that. Who can qualify for this program?
Well, there are income limits. You do not have to be a first time home buyer,
Okay.
but depending on the county, they go 80% of the HUD medium income
Hmm.
limits. So, for an example, if you're in Clark, Champaign, Logan County, one to two person, it's around $73,000.
Hmm.
Now, if there are three people or more in your family, you get up to about 83,000.
Yeah, that's
So, and they're very strict on the income. So, if you're over that, you don't qualify.
okay. But so as we ran the numbers, we're looking at you can buy a reasonable amount of house though within these income
Sure,
guidelines. So as long as you're under those income guidelines, you qualify for the program.
sure.
Right. Okay. Now, are there special types of loans that this program is for, or can it be used for
You can
other
use it
loans?
for most any kind of loan.
Okay.
With us, we usually do it on our portfolio loans.
Hmm.
You can, because we keep them in house, the process is much smoother and easier. You can use them for FHA, VA loans with our secondary market lender. A lot more detailed um, paperwork has to be done,
Okay.
but you can, yes, use them.
Okay. Now, with your portfolio loan, how much down payment? What percent of down payment do buyers need to have?
You can do as little as 5% if you're they call it a tier one credit score.
Okay.
So you can do as little as 5%.
Okay. So you're still getting the advantage of low down payment, but here you've got the $20,000 to help you qualify with
Exactly.
your down payment. So you could do 5% down, or you could do 10% down if you've got a little bit lower credit score. And this grant is going to help somebody who needs help with their down payment. That's what it's
Yes.
for, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Absolutely.
Just briefly, can you tell me, where does the money for this program come from? Who pays for the grants?
It comes from the Federal Home Loan Bank out of Cincinnati.
Okay.
Every year they take a certain percentage of their profit. It's usually 6%, and they give it out to their members, which we're a member of. And they allow each bank or credit union $600,000. So
Wow.
we could do up to $600,000 of the grants, just our
Gotcha.
company.
Is there any kind of course that buyers have to take in order to
Yes,
be in the program?
there's home buyer education that everybody has to take. You
Okay.
don't have to be a first time home buyer like we talked about.
Hmm.
But yeah, there are a lot of different home buyer education companies out there that you can go to. You can find a free one. We try to pull up a couple and give people examples. Hey, you can use these, but you
Yeah.
can choose whoever you want. They range from $65 to $80, and then there's some that are free. My experience, it takes anywhere from 60 minutes to 2 hours, depending on who you get to complete the course. Then it's very important that you get us a copy of, they give you a certificate of completion
Okay.
because we have to send that down to the Federal Home Loan Bank with your packet for approval.
It's not something that's going to take several weeks to complete, or it's not like a online college course. Okay, so does the buyer have to have any of their own money to be a part of this program?
Yeah, you do have to have $500 of your own funds.
Okay.
Now, 60% of that $500 can actually be gift funds from a blood relative if you don't have 500.
Okay.
But yeah, $500 of your own
Gotcha.
funds.
Or if you've got $200 and mom and dad give you the other three, that would work too.
Yes.
Okay.
Last year, because they're were giving 20,000, the funds lasted like 12 days and they were gone.
Okay, that was one of my other questions is how is this something that if buyers hearing this and they're thinking this sounds like a good idea, they need to act quickly because
Yes.
this is a first come first serve program.
Yes.
Okay, so the program opens you say March 3rd. So if a
Yes.
buyer's looking at taking advantage of this, they really need to have all their ducks in a row,
It's
including being in contract on a property by March 3rd.
yes, and
Okay.
and that's the nice thing. You can be in contract, in February.
Okay.
That's okay. The faster that we get your information and get you in, the better off you are.
So can you anticipate how long funds are going to last? I mean, is this something that's like a month? I mean, certainly there's a point that you're going to say the funds are definitely going to be gone before a certain date.
I My prediction is they're going to last a little longer this year, just because there's not as much inventory as there was last
Hmm.
year, uh, and with the rates being a little higher. But if they last a month, I'll be surprised.
Okay. So this is something we need to act quickly on.
Yes.
So what if somebody wants to take advantage of this, learn more? What should they do?
If they want to get pre-approved ahead of time to know how much they can afford, so they're ahead of the ball game when they come to you to look for a house, we can do that. That usually takes 24 to 48 hours once we have your information to give you an answer on that.
Okay.
And that's the best way to do it.
So the time to start working on this is now.
Is
So you
now.
take advantage of it.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Well, that's good. Thanks, Matt.
Oh, you're
Information
welcome.
very helpful.
Oh,
Appreciate
absolutely.
all your
Thank
help.
you.